What's up, everybody? John here from What's Johnny Watching, your place for physical media reviews and collecting. And today, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on this brand new 4K transfer release given to us from Paramount Pictures, Deep Impact. Now, Deep Impact is a disaster film in the vein of Armageddon, which was also released that summer. It's about a comet that's headed towards Earth, and we have to send up a shuttle crew to destroy the comet. Yes, it's a lot like Armageddon, but this is better. And it also deals with the people on Earth and their relationships with one another, especially with the reporter who is played by Téa Leoni and her relationship with her mother and her father, who are divorced, and her father's remarried, and apparently she now has a stepmother that's 2 years older than her, which is a little weird. And a budding relationship with Elijah Wood, who discovered the comet, and his girlfriend Leelee Sobieski. And this is the best of the two films, Deep Impact or Armageddon. You have both of those films came out in the same summer, but this one is the better one out of the two because the story is so much better. They didn't have to rely on the visual effects to get their story across, because deep down it's about the people on Earth and not what's going on in outer space. So from the cast here with Elijah Wood, and I think he made this. He had one more film, I think The Faculty, before he went off to make his movies with Peter Jackson. We all know what those movies were. But with Elijah Wood, Leelee Sobieski, Robert Duvall as the captain, or the captain of the space shuttle that goes up into outer space to, destroy the comet. Jon Favreau's in it. Blair Underwood's in it. And Téa Leoni is the reporter who uncovers the story about the extinction level event. Her parents are Maximilian Schell, who won an Academy Award for Judgment at Nuremberg, and I think it's Vanessa Redgrave. I believe that's who it is. I need to double check that again. They play her parents, and the story itself is what really carries the film. It's not the special effects. So, before I get into showing off the release itself, if you like what you see, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and click that notification bell. That way I can be able to bring you more of these things, which I would like to do in the future. So here's the release itself. There's the front, there's the spine, and there's the back. As you can see, it's got Dolby Vision and Dolby Audio. And it's got some special features here. You have a commentary from director Mimi Leder. This is her second film. Her previous film was The Peacemaker with George Clooney and Nicole Kidman. And the visual effects supervisor. You have a preparing for the end featurette, making an impact featurette, creating the perfect traffic jam. Yeah, because if you see when you watch the movie, it's in the climax. There's this huge traffic jam of people trying to get away from the coast. As when the astronauts land on the comet, they don't destroy. They essentially just break it off. You have a little piece and a bigger piece now, and the littler piece is headed towards, I think, the shores off of Virginia or North Carolina, something like that. And you have this massive traffic jam of people trying to leave the area. It's pretty good. You also have parting thoughts, and you have a photo gallery. Now, my thoughts on the actual release itself, what they did to it. The Dolby Vision was very, very well done. The colors are more robust, and there's fine detail to it. There is no, or I didn't find any issues with blooming or the dreaded black crush. Now, if there was black crush in it, my TV, I didn't pick it up on my TV. Maybe in outer space, maybe there might have been some, or some of the darker scenes or scenes at night. I didn't pick anything up. There's no blooming issues. I didn't notice anything heavily DNR'd to where it would make them look kind of waxy or plasticky. I think maybe at the very end, when Elijah Wood and Lily, they're standing on the mountaintop or on the ridge line, you could see a little bit of the DNR touched in on the side of their heads. But other than that, this was very well done. Slight grain. I mean, it's not. You can still tell that the grain is there, but it hasn't been polished out of it. It's still great. As for the audio, I'm an Atmos fan, and Disaster Films, I firmly believe Disaster Films need to have an Atmos track. And this one doesn't have it, but after watching it, it doesn't really need it. The big action parts happen in the last 45 minutes of the film, 30 to 45 minutes of the film, when the comet's coming down. But the audio mix that they have on here, and I believe it's a DTS Master Audio 5.1, I believe that's what it is. Don't hold me to it. It's serviceable. It holds up. Now comparing it to the Core's audio, the Core's audio sounds better, but because you have a lot more going on around it. Whereas this, most of the action takes place in outer space, whereas it's the focus of the story is dealing with the people on Earth. So overall, is this worth adding to your collection? If you're a fan of disaster films, yes, add this to your collection. If you're a fan of, well, that's just about it. If you're a fan of action films, yes, you should add this. Disaster films, yes. Is this the best disaster film? No, it's not. It doesn't reinvent the wheel, but it's serviceable and it holds up. It is really good, and I'm glad I added it to my collection, and I think if you add it to yours, you'll be glad too. So, those are my thoughts. Did you pick this up? Are you going to pick this up? Did you like what I had to say about it? Give me a comment down below. And if you like what you see, again, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and click that notification bell. And until next time, what are you watching today?